Some quick background setup. I showed a video of a guy who was recording while sitting in a window seat on an airplane. The window, a vast majority of it, over 2/3 of it, is in his row. The little sliver that's not in his row is like next to the chair, the seat in front of him. The seat in front of him is occupied by a small child. The small child wants that shade up. He wants it down, so he's holding it down while the child reaches behind her and like smacks at his hand and pushes his hand away and things like that. This person left the following comment: why does the adult always come down to the child's level? You have no idea what the child has going on. Seems like an adult should act like an adult at some point in time. Yeah, I agree. I think that the parent of that child should begin acting like an adult and get their child under control in some way, shape, or form, or at a minimum, explain to their child that what they're doing is wrong and out of line. The adult in the seat behind the child is the one that you're going to blame for wanting a shade down and therefore holding the shade down because the child kept opening the shade, reaching behind her and opening the shade on a window that's not hers. You're blaming the adult. See, when I run into people who do this, who blame the adult, I usually find out that they're people who, if their kid gets in trouble at school, the first reaction is, well, what did the teacher do? Or why did the teacher do that to you? What did the teacher do? Not what did you do? What did you do to the teacher? What did you do to cause the teacher to discipline you? It's always, what did the teacher do, right? It's those parents, their kids can never do any wrong, that say shit like this. Why does the adult come down to the child's level? How did he come down to the child's level? He's keeping his shade down. He's not smacking the kid's hand away. He's not pushing the kid's hand away. He's not coming down to that child's level in any way, shape, or form. He's trying to keep his window shade down. And he's doing it without trying to get that child in trouble by going to their parent or one of the flight attendants, which is what he should have done. And it's interesting you say you don't know what the child's got going on. Can you elaborate on that? Like, are you saying that maybe the child is, for example, autistic? Maybe they are. But it's still up to their parent to get that situation under control. It's still up to the parent to explain to that child, you're misbehaving in this situation. The guy in the seat that's trying to keep the window shade down, his window shade down, didn't do anything wrong. And it doesn't matter what the child has going on. What matters is what the parent is willing to do as a parent. And clearly, as you saw in that video, the parent in the situation wasn't willing to do anything. Maybe they were asleep and weren't aware of it, but then they should stay more alert if they have a child who acts like that in public. Because sometimes children do act like that in public, and you need to do a little extra parenting. And it's up to you, it's incumbent upon you to then stay awake and be that parent, especially in a situation like that where you're on an airplane. I'm sorry, I couldn't disagree with you more here. You're trying to blame an adult for the actions of a child who is, in my opinion, in the moment, not being parented properly.